Just introduce yourselves, how you got into property, and more importantly, how you got into the world of helping business owners outsource.
Okay. I kicked off with property in 1999, and I think Amanda kicked off with it 2010. And we built, over the years, we built a steady portfolio of property, but nothing exciting, and just using traditional buy-to-let models. You're saving up the deposit, getting some modest cash flow. But we did pretty well because we caught a couple of decent upturns in market. So we did all right, but it pretty much kept us in the job. We're a married couple and co-directors. We run the businesses. And we've got 4 companies now: Claris Living, Claris Manage, Property Cube. We've just rebranded. We've got a coaching business, and we've got Claris Property Investments. And to break down Claris Manage, what you're interested in here, Mark, is Claris Manage breaks down into SA Angels and Made in the UK, being a remote admin service to service accommodation operators throughout the UK, and Made in the UK is a housekeeping business, which just really predominantly works down the M62 corridor. So yeah, that's a potted version of what we've been doing in the last few years.
Wow. So 4 companies, obviously you direct and run them all. How much of what you do and how much of being able to have 4 different companies do you attribute to being able to outsource and grow a team?
It's really crucial. You need to outsource the jobs, take up your time, but are like low cost jobs, to free up your time so your time can be used on the more sort of higher level jobs.
I think we're going to really just scale it back and just go over some of the basics really of what outsourcing is all about. And there's a term that gets used a lot, specifically around groups that we're all a part of, and it's VA. So can someone just break down exactly what the term VA means and what outsourcing means?
Okay, so VA stands for virtual assistant. Virtual meaning that they're not sat in the office with you. So with the advent of the internet and the ability for you to contact anybody anywhere in the world at any time. So the first time we outsourced was Upwork. We used Upwork to go and find people to do jobs, and that's how we've been quite successful with it, because that's how we met Anna from Montenegro, and she still works for us now. So she worked for us on and off. She started scraping data for purchase lease options. She did a really good job with that. She started to research some data for me, and we've ended up taking her on full time now. So she works for us full time Montenegro, and I think it was about 4 or 5 years ago we met Harjot through Upwork, and he still works with us. We've built SA Angels with him. He's just recently this week he's emigrated to Canada, because Harjot was 4.5 hours ahead of us. Mm-hmm. He's now 4.5 hours behind us. Mm-hmm. So I've laughed and said that I'm going to start waking him up at 7 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, you definitely hit the nail on the head there massively, is that the beauty of outsourcing and virtual assistants, and with the internet being just so easily, readily available now, you're able to when you want to hire a member of staff, you don't have to hire somebody from the local area. Again, you could do, which is all well and good, but you may not get the right person for what you need. And with like you say, countries like the Philippines and like India, where, I mean, I've been and traveled there, I know like the state of living and the state of pay is so less. So if you, it just ticks a loads of boxes for yourself, you can find a quality member of staff that can do the tasks that you need. And then for them, they can get a wage and a job satisfaction. But for the most part, the reason why I love outsourcing, because I've done it for years with Boostly and obviously the family business, is that I can set a task at say 6 p.m. and I know when I wake up the next morning, it's done. It means that so much more can get done, and it pretty much can get done while you're sleeping.